Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel, welcome back. So you've just seen the We Are Driven intro. We Are Driven team still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons, go get yourself signed up to We Are Driven as well, get yourself involved, and then get yourself over to www.justgiving.com/Archie's journey campaign, /Archie's journey. Right, drop a little donation on there please. On to tonight's race, round 7 of Team Oliver Racing's Gr3 League. We're live from Bathurst or Mount Panorama, depends how you want to call it. But, that's where we are tonight. It's a full 1 hour enduro for you lot. Heavy damage on as well. Tricky circuit this one as well. Let's get ourselves looking at some points, shall we? Let's open that up, get the old eyes running. So Philo still leading the way then with 217 points. We've got Potter McPot now in second with 200 points, just 17 back from him. Third place is Gecko Racer with 192 points. Then Dynamic Styles in fourth with 140 points. Fifth for RAA Bobby in with 122 points. 6 points or 8 points? 106 points for V-Show and Brinky for 6th and 7th. 8th for Fat Pickles Bro, again 106. Oh, it is 108 for V-Show, apologies. 106 for Brinky and Fat Pickles Bro in 7th and 8th. Jambu 9th with 101 points. We've got Ace Killer in 10th with 88 points. And the lower half of the table, we've got G Margin 11th with 67 points. Perzel 12th with 59 points. LVO Tricks 13th with 43 points. RAA Baz 14th with 38 points. And Magix in 15th with 34 points. I'm not seeing Magix for a few weeks, so might not even be in this league anymore. Right. Merch available still, people. T-shirts and stickers. Hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com if you want any of that, or on the Facebook page, which is just Dark Smoker. Come and say hello, all that sort of stuff. Right, let's have a quick look who's in. They're already out into qualifying. We've got Potter, we've got Perzel, we've got Philo, Fat Pickles, Bobby, Dynamics. Oh, he's shortened it down to Dynamics, not Dynamic Styles. We've got V-Show, we've got Ace Killer, we've got NGR Jambu, we've got Baz, G Marge, LVO Tricks, and Gecko Racer. So 13 drivers on track. Ace Killer following Potter McPot round there. While we're looking at Dynamic Styles, it's not who we're meant to be looking at. Nonsense on. Right. Go then, that's why we need to be looking at Jambu, because he's currently sitting on pole. 2018 for him. Turn your chat on for you now. Yes, can anyone outdo Jambu? We'll see. Porsche this season. Just let him coffee early. Dynamics is just beating him. Dynamics chucks himself into pole, 2 minute dead. Oh, that's 2 minute 0.72. Second then, V-Show third, 202.9. Baz in fourth, 202.2. Basil fifth, 203.8. Fat Picklesbro sixth on a 204.0 in the Lexus. G-Marge in the Hyundai, 204.8 for him. Bobby in eighth, 207.7. He's Killer ninth. 216.8, long way off everyone else at the minute. Potter McPot 217.0 as well. Gecko Racer at 247, so they could possibly just, Gecko Racer's burning fuel off. Do the whole track in second gear, just getting the car as light as possible for the later stages of qualifying. LBO Tricks then, again, slow lap 259.6. Velo doing his usual trick. Burning that fuel off in first gear, not even messing a second. Dynamics on that then, again Dynamics doing the same thing, like first gear. Let's find a driver on that start finish straight, or heading towards that start finish straight. Where's that driver coming down that last turn? Here he is, it's Velo. See if it goes for a hot lap this time. Probably not. No, it's keeping him first. We won't go on board with Philo then. Who's this next driver coming around that turn? Apologies for go, it's Baz. Alright, we'll go for an onboard lap with Baz then. So across the start line, down towards turn one. Again, this will be tricky off the line for sure. I see one or two drivers running wide. Back up the hill. Oh, Baz. Baz, you ruined it. I know you're listening as well. Potts chucked himself into second now. Racers decide to go for some off-roading. Oh, look. So it's Dynamics. Right, Jambu, are you going to put a lap in for me? Or are you going to throw yourself in the pits as well? Tyres are looking a bit beaten up. Turn one again then. Like he's staying out in the Porsche. So towards turn two then, braking just at that little driveway there. Careful here as well, there'll still be a lot of cars around early on in this lap. Through turns for 3 and 4 then again, just tightens up through here. It's a little bit more tricky for the drivers. Raising the wall through there as well, just having a little lift on the way through there, not to take it into the wall on the way out. So that from Jambu so far. It's the most tricky part of the circuit, just got to know exactly what you're doing here, exactly which gear to be in. Curves, great big drop as well on circuit. Down towards Forest Elbow then, hard on the brakes into this one. And down the Conrod straight, absolute full helm for leather down here. Again, good place for overtakes with the length of this straight and the slipstream. Over the brow, through the little kink right then. Now is this the cutting? Used to go straight down there, but they decided to cut it off because too many people got smushed into this end wall at 4 million miles an hour. Chucks himself in the pits. That was the final turn just there anyway, and back onto that start finish straight. Jambu comes in the pits then. He wants a fresh set of boots on. Dynamic still thrashing around in first. Ultimate Pot then, 2 minutes, 0.8. Also burning a bit of fuel off now as well. Jambu then sticking a fresh set on. V-Show also going for a fresh set. He's killer burning fuel off. He's got himself up to 5th. 2020 for him. Puzzle 6th. He's got a 2021. He's a father-son team, Purzle and Jambu. That's then letting us down on our hot lap. I'm going to call you out on that. So yeah, because he chucked himself back in, no hot lap on screen for him. 2.6 back from race leader, which is now RAA Bobby. He's putting an absolute blinder of a lap. So we're on 2:02 then. Bobby putting a 1:59.6. Only half a second quicker than Dynamics. Down to second then. Potter now looks like he is out on the hot lap. He's killer right behind him. Going through actually, he's killer there. Circuit Bathurst. Fourth then V-Show in 5th. Just tucked himself in the slipstream of Gecko coming down the hill. Ace Killer trying to get his car pointing the right way around it in 6th. 7th, 2021. Baz in 8th. 202 something. 202.8. Fresh tyres on as well, looking good through there. Close enough to those boys, I don't think, at the top end of the field. 158, 159, 201. Just pushing up to hold 6th. Now 7th, 2015. Well, he has just taken Jambu. Show 8th, Ace Killer 9th, Purzle 10th, Baz 12th. Someone else just going quicker. Everyone's swapping places now. Gecko Racer now chucking himself on pole 159.3. In 12th, Philo still flashing his fuel out. 20 minutes qualifying tonight due to the, I think it's 20 minutes qualifying due to the Enduro. Still be 15, we'll see. There will be a bit of a break in between the qualifying and the race, just give the drivers a bit of time off the wheel. Not that some of them won't, some of them will be out on track, ragging on a set of rears for sure. Philo, are you out on an absolute blinder lap or not this one? Purple. So Gecko Racer also going purples. Tricks has chucked himself into second, so yeah, a few positions changed. What have you got, Gecko? Can you increase that lead? It's going to be 159.2 he does. Tricks in second, then 159.6. Bobby third one. Oh, he's just left, so he's 159.9. Still on 2 minutes for Dynamics. 0.3 quicker from that. He will keep 4th position. hot. What have you got when you come through the time line? Slow at 9 seconds. Jim Marge parked up. Fat Pickles cruising. Jambu still out on the hot one, but I think. Not sure where you cross the line. We'll see. Same for V-Show, a little far back. Purcell pulled over. Ace Killer just coming down. Conrad straight but ghosting, so no hot lap from him. Baz cruising as well. So Gecko then, still on pole, still able to put a hot lap in as well. Grazes the wall on the way out. What's it going to be when he crosses this time in line down here? There you go. Philo was out on a hot lap. Chucks himself into third. Just see what Gecko Racer's got on this one. That's a quarter of a second slower. So yes, looks like it's going to be Gecko on pole. LVO in second. Still got a chance. Philo in third, 1:59.6 for him. Bobby then fourth, and the Tricks going through there. What's he happening? It's 2 minutes, unfortunately. Into the wall it goes. So Gecko on pole. Elvio second, Philo third, Bobby fourth, Potter fifth, G Marge in sixth, Fat Pickles seventh, Jambu in eighth, V-Show ninth, Ace Killer 10th, Baz in 11th. Boys, Purcell. Okay, people rejoining the track then. Ace Killer shot to 9th. Just goes again. Confused me. Gecko on pole then, LBO second, Philo third, Bobby fourth, Dynamics in fifth, Potter sixth, G Marge seventh, Fat Pickles in. Oh, G Marge in sixth. Why G Marge? Someone's left. LBO, G Marge seventh, Fat Pickles eighth, Jambu in ninth, V-Show 10th, Purcell 11th. Oh, you're still swapping round. Right. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it if you lot are not going to play. Throw my toys out the pram because you keep coming in and out the pits, causing me hassle. So it is obviously only a 15 minutes quali, but like I say, there will be. Maybe you've been Purcell. Maybe you've been visiting. There'll be a bit of a break between the quali and the race, just to give people, like I say, people a bit of time away from the wheel, but you will see a lot of them out on track anyway. There's an awful lot of chaos going down on at the start grid. What's happening down there? Oh, there's cars backwards and sideways. There we go, G Marge taking that set of rears. Down there as well. Who's that in the background? That's Fat Pickles. Even damage for him. Maybe out for a drift. No, doesn't look like it. Practicing his starts. Jambu's still trying to get these corners perfected. V-Show's picked up damage somewhere. Purcell also still out on track. He's a killer as well. Trying to get these corners dialed in. Like I say, it is a bit of a tricky circuit, is Bathurst. He's trying to shove down the street, picking himself up front end damage for the pleasure. Practice starts for a few of the lads. Trying to get the rev So the brake, right? You can have the brake. You can have the brake just touching. Pot doing a couple as well. Is he just trying to cause chaos? He might just try to cause chaos. Nobody wants to break them. Just faffing around behind the wheel. Well, not dynamics. G-Marge fully taking out that set of rears now. Right then, G-Marge. Got to try and take out a set of fronts. There'll be a trick running just up the road. Driver. Oh, he's had a disconnect. Doesn't, but his village may as well be just a farm in the middle of nowhere. Go on, LVO. Can he do a full set? These are the three, G-Marge, Fat Pickles and LVO, trying to blow their tyres out. That's still practicing. Gr3 is still pulled up. Mobbing the Ford, you maniac. It's done quite well this season, I've got to be honest. Handled that beast well, Bob. Also pulled over. Potomac Pot having a couple of practice starts up here, out the way of the chaos on the start-finish straight, or Driftertron in. G-Marge has taken far too much out of his tyres. Potter's just wrecked his chances of any more drifting now. Just got those two wheels to bust up Potter and you'll be done. G-Marge is trying to get the power down to get up the hill. Still trying to take that set of rears out though, is Potter. One wheel left to damage. Just doing pirouettes now. Just waiting for the Dukington to get in the room. Trying to write his name in the sand. Trying to T-bone Fat Pickles there. Unfortunately, ghosting seems to have kicked in on most drivers. anybody either got damage or no tyres left. Oh no, apart from Gecko, look. Car's in absolutely pristine condition. What's going on with Ace Killer? Let's see if I can get hold of him. Yes, Philo's on track, Buzz. Dukes is in the chat. Dukes, get back in the room. There he is, he's back in the room. Don't have to text him, don't have to do anything. There he is. Dynamic Styles is not happy that Gecko's race car is in such clean condition. He's got front end damage, look. Dynamic Styles definitely aiming for Gecko there. Still no damage on his car though. You didn't get away with that one, did you, Gecko? Okay, here we go then. Evening, George. How you doing, brother? All right. Gecko picked up all sorts of damage right at the end then. Dynamic Stars was having none of it. Gotta stop calling you that. It's not your name anymore. It's just Dynamic. Dynamics. Here we go then, 1 hour endurance round here at Mount Panorama, or Bathurst, or both. Let's see how they get on through turn 1 then. Why are we missing? Did LBO Tricks go and sneak up? Why is LBO on pole? What's going on? Did he get a quicker lap in? Get away now then. Towards turn 1, we'll get on board with LBO. He's already been overtaken by Philo down into turn 1. Everyone through there cleanly, nobody running wide tonight, that's good to see. LBO getting the power down now, hanging on to the back end of Philo. He's got Bobby pushing him up the track. He's now having a go at Philo as they run up here. Oh, he's dipped a wheel on the grass. Oh, he's kept it on the black stuff though. So Philo gets a bit of a gap up ahead. Bobby and LVO side by side into turn 4. Tricky one. Bob has to run wide. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? He's had to drop back as Bob. Right, let's change this up a little bit. Enough of you LVO tricks. Right, Gecko into 3rd, then Bobby 4th. Potter in 5th, Dynamic 6th, Visho 7th, Fat Pickles in 8th, Jambu in 9th, Ace Killer 10th, Purzel in 11th. Why won't it let me go to Purzel? I thought we were driver missing. Baz is not in the room. So we may get a restart here, don't know. It's only lap 1, we'll see what happens. Philo then still leading onto the Conrad straight. LBO Tricks 2nd, already spread out a little bit. Everyone taking their time over the mountain. Not everyone on track, doesn't look like anyone's picked up any damage either. Bobby in 4th still. Ultimate Pot in 5th, under pressure from Dynamics. Can you hold the line through here? But Dynamics comes back at him on the exit. Doesn't quite work out. He's going to be under pressure down into this final turn as well. Here he goes. Dynamics looks up the inside. Potter gives him plenty of room, but holds on to the position for now. We'll keep on with this fight just as they head down towards turn 1. Looks like Dynamics has dropped back a little bit. He'll be under pressure here though, Potter, as they run up the hill. Got to a good drive out of turn one. Pulled a little bit of a gap over Dynamics. Might not be under as much threat as I thought. Still going a little bit defensive, not giving Dynamics that toe up the hill. No, way off the pace at the minute then. Dynamics, as they run up the hill, Potter able to keep hold of that position. Show then 7th, just 1.3 seconds back already. Again, tricky circuit to overtake on this middle section through the mountain, or across the top of the mountain. Hunting down V-Show in front though, Ace Killer up into 9th. Unfortunately we've lost RAA Baz. No start, stuck, couldn't see Philo. Wow. Fortunate Baz, yeah. I'm surprised there's not been a restart for you actually. Doesn't look like it's going to happen now though, my friend. So race leader Philo, 0.5 of a second over LVO Tricks at the minute. Those two have pulled a big old gap. Bobby and Gecko racer side by side. Bobby around the outside of Gecko there. Good move, Bob, up into 3rd. He's now on the hunt for LVO and Philo in front. 1.6 seconds the gap. Gecko in 4th then. Potter 5th, 2.2 seconds down. He's now under pressure from Dynamics Styles again. Dynamics, apologies. Get a better drive out of that turn than Dynamics. Just able to pull a little bit of a gap as they run up the hill towards turn 2. Dynamics closes up under braking, but not enough to make the move. 5th and 6th then running up the hill. Jambu up into 7th, got himself past V-Show. V-Show under a bit of pressure from Ace Killer here as well. Again, tricky part of the circuit. Closes up on V-Show. Again, nowhere to overtake through here without putting yourself or this other driver in the sand. He chucks himself up the inside or thinks about it. Again, not really the place to be doing it. V-Show holds on to 8th for now then. Killer's got to try and hang on to the back end of that big Mercedes to have a run down Conrod Straight. Can he get the move here then? Down the hill, big long straight. Is V-Show getting a toe from the driver in front? No, I don't think he is. Here goes Ace Killer then, closing up on V-Show. That Mercedes is looking pretty wide down here. Has he got the power to carry it past V-Show? Does into 8th for Ace Killer. Can V-Show come back at him? Not just yet, he can't as he closes up under braking into the final turn a little bit. Ace Killer chucks a wheel on the grass, keeps it going though. Purcell just in the background there in 10th. V-Show might be in a good position to have another go back up the hill here. Happening at the front for a second. Philo then still leading a second over LVO now. Bobby has closed that gap back up though. Just a second between himself and LVO. Gecko Racer trying to close on as well. Still only a second back from Bob. Ultimate Pot though, unfortunately 2.9 seconds down in 5th. Got the Dynamics. Oh, it stuck it in the wall. Kept it going though. He's kept himself on the tail of Potter. Fairway back for Potter and Dynamics at the minute, 3.1 seconds down from the top 4. Jambu kicking up the sand through there, clipping the wall there as well. Jambu, come on. 7th place, 4.2 back from Dynamics Potify. Ace Killer, 2.4 seconds back. He's now got a second between himself and V-Show. Perzel 2.9 seconds back in 10th. Fat Pickles hot on his tail, 1.2 seconds back. Closes up through there. Did look like he was getting a bit quicker. Less than a second between these two now. And G Marge just at the back, 12th, 2.1 seconds off. What have you done, Philo? You missed the move. Elvio gets the race lead then, probably down the Conrad straight. Unless it doesn't look like Philo's made a mistake, there's no damage on his car. Can Elvio pull away then in the Nissan? He's got 0.5 of a second. Philo will now get the tow up the hill. Still keeping themselves out of any direct threat from 3rd and 4th. Bobby, it's 1.7 seconds back as they hit turn 2. He's got Gecko Racer for company. Battle's kicking off. Oh, Dynamics keeps it pointing in a straight line. I don't know how. He was absolutely sideways when he came through there. Loses a bit of time to Potter, brings Jambu ever so close again, 2.7 seconds down. Elvio then keeps hold of that first. Philo though trying to hang with him, get the move back down this Conrad straight. A little bit quicker through there though is Elvio. Pulled a couple of tenths in as well, managed to put a tiny bit of time over Gecko, not anymore though. Gecko closes up through the Forest Elbow. So 2 lobbies running tonight as well, so we've got the pros you're watching with me and the Pro-Ams running with Down for the Count Sim Racing on YouTube. So make sure you go and check his channel out and watch the Pro-Ams after this. Big shout out to race sponsors as well, Team Oliver Racing, Michael and Stuart over there, putting their name behind this. Cheers lads, appreciated. Elvio then sticks fastest lap of the racing so far, 2:07 as well on that lap where he just overtook Philo. He's almost got a second over him as well, 0.9 it was at, it just drops to 0.8, but again just creeps up there. Themselves still out of danger from 3rd and 4th, Bobby and Gecko. Potter now 5 seconds back, 5.1 seconds down in 5th. Dynamics, we've seen that Aston sideways all over the place. He's lost a bit of time to Potter now, 1.6 seconds down, just out of slipstream range. Still out of danger from Jambu. Ace Killer 4.7 back. He's still got V-Show for company in 9th. Fat Pickles in 10th. Perzel 11th. So Fat Pickles getting past Perzel as well. G Marge still just 2.7 seconds back, out on the hard tyre as well. I think most drivers have gone for medium tyres for stint 1. Forest then, Elvio just creeping that time back up. Can Philo do anything about him? Just comes up again a little bit down the Conrad, but not enough to put Elvio under threat, and if he's able to keep a second there and gain a little bit more time next few turns, yeah, he's already pulling a little bit of time there. Look, 1.2, nearly 1.3 seconds. These two are still at it, Gecko and Bobby. Bobby having to go defensive into the final turn to hold on to that third. Gecko 4th still. Thinks about a move up the inside, a little bit too far back on this corner. Oh, what's happened there? Potter McPot and Dynamics have swapped places. Has Potter made a little mistake? He's got front end damage. Getting it wrong over the top of the hill into the wall. Looks like he's going to hang on to that as well for the next few minutes until he comes in and gets rid of those mediums. Dynamics gets himself back into 5th, then Potter 6th, and he'll lose a bit of time to Dynamics with that damage. He's just got to keep his eye on the time between himself and Jambo as well. 3.2 seconds. There is Potter. Ace Killer then 6.2 down. Still got V-Show for company. There's now Fat Pickles Bro in the background. 2.7 seconds down in the... Oh, he's also out on the hard tyres, is Fat Pickles. V-Show and Ace Killer keep battling. They'll give Fat Pickles a chance to close up on those hards. Elvio then 1.6, nearly 1.7 second lead over Philo. He's got nothing for the first place man at the minute. Gecko still bumper to bumper. It's 5th place Dynamics. Potter McPot with that damage, trying to hold on to 6th in this lap. Will he brave it out again? No, he's going to brave it out still, so he's losing a bit of time to Dynamics. 2.5 seconds the gap. He does now start to lose a lot of time to Jambu behind as well. Gap from, I think it was 3.7 down to 2.6 now. Damage starting to cost Potter some time. He's got to try and stick to his strategy though. Ace Killer and V-Show still at it. Can V-Show get the run up the hill? He's close enough. Killer's making it go around the outside if he wants it. Has his car got enough power to get past turn 2? No, shoots himself back up. Oh, slings one up the inside though. Ace Killer gets it a bit squirrely on the exit. Still side by side into turn 3. Tiny bit of contact on the way in. Still side by side through here. Show does squidge himself through though in that big wide Mercedes. Ace Killer all over the back end of him looking for a different line. You've got to be careful. Those different lines will just chuck you off line a little bit. Dirty part of the circuit, looking to go back up the inside there. Again, that's not the place to be doing it. It's got to try and hang on to V-Show though. Have a go back at him down the Conrod. Squarely under braking for Ace Killer. He's trying his hardest. He's lost a bit of time to V-Show though. He will still get a tow. Unfortunately, I think that's his opportunity gone. I don't know. Yeah, he thought about it, he still thought about it. It's on then between V-Show and Ace Killer. We'll come back and have a look at that. Elvio Tricks in the meantime has gone, you know what, I'm off. I've had enough of this, Philo. You're too slow, I'm going. 2.5 second lead now. Potter McPot does come in the pits this lap. 2.5 seconds then for Elvio. Philo in second. Still holding plenty of time. Gecko Racer now, so looks like Bob's come in the pits as well, so Gecko Racer now third, 4 seconds back. Dynamics in fourth. Jambu fifth. Bobby hasn't stopped, he's made a mistake somewhere. No damage, but yeah, lost 3 positions then, all the way down to 6th. Ace Killer 7th. Wow, these two are having a right old battle. Sliding through there for Ace Killer. Visho comes back at him. Ace Killer just struggling with the rear end of that car. Didn't realise Visho was out on the hards as well. Putting all sorts of pressure on Ace Killer then on the mediums. G-Marge up into 9th on the hards. Purcell 10th. Oh, he's holding front end damage. Got that wrong somewhere. Potter out the pits on the hards in 11th. Fat Pickles out the pits as well. Fresh set of mediums. There you go. Elvio's not messing around now. 3 seconds, 3.1 over Philo. Both on the medium tyres. As is Gecko in 3rd. As is Dynamics in 4th. Jambu as well on the mediums. Bobby on the mediums, but made a mistake somewhere. Ace Killer out on the mediums. Ooh, great big gap between himself and Visho. Visho maybe getting it wrong through the mountain section. Giving Ace Killer a tiny bit of breathing room for a second. We'll be thankful of that. Bobby also pitting this lap. Medium tyres just starting to drop off then. Elvio starting to see the effects as well, sliding that Nissan through there. And again. Even though he's driven most of this lap sideways, he's still pulling a bit of time over Philo. Almost at 3.5 seconds. There is Philo in 2nd. Gr3 3rd. Again, just closing up on Philo a little bit. Taking a second out of the Race Asylum Academy driver in front. I think Philo's just clattered into the wall there as well. Gr3 has definitely seen that gap get smaller in a second, I think. Dynamics then in 4th, 5.9 seconds down. Are we going to see these top 4 come in the pits? Top 5 even? Elvio's quite happy on those mediums for now. Philo decides he's quite happy on his for the time being, as it is Gecko. What does Dynamics do? He also stops out everybody bypassing that pit lane then. Has Jambu got enough fuel on to do another lap? He thinks he has, so he bypasses the pit lane also. Ace Killer still about the same amount of fuel on as Jambu, so should see him do another lap. Yes, Visho goes through to do another lap. G-Marge on the hard, still got plenty of fuel on as well. Pot's been in already, he's out on the hards now. 9th. Bobby in 10th, picked himself up with a penalty. Purcell also pit 11th. Damage repaired as well. Still got 1.4 second penalty to try and drop. Fat Pickles also pit mediums for him. So the gap between Elvio and Philo to 4.1 seconds. Looks like Philo is really starting to struggle. Gecko Racer is closing down on him. 2.2 seconds the gap between 2nd and 3rd. Again, just into the wall there for Philo. Taken 10th out of his time. Clean through there for Gecko. Gap at less than 2 seconds as they run down the hill then. There's Philo in front. Stretch back up to 2 seconds. So it's definitely quicker through the tight turns over the top. Philo does chuck himself in this lap though. Racer stays out. LVO's stayed out this time. He's got another lap of fuel on board, he thinks. He's also got 6.3 seconds gap now over Gecko. Again, these positions will all chop and change when these boys come in the pits. Dynamics still not stopped either, holding third, 7.7 seconds down. Jambu in the pits, Philo in the pits, Ace Killer also in the pits this lap. Visho follows him in. G Marge still rolling about on his hard tyres in 8th. Oh, a little bit too hot into the final turn. Eighth to 5th then, but whether he'll hold on to that on these hard tyres versus some of these drivers out on softs and mediums. Don't run out of fuel, LVO. Gecko's got plenty. He doesn't have to do any kind of fuel saving. I think he should have enough to get to the end. Not to the end, to the pit entrance at least. Still got 5.6 seconds over Gecko anyway to roll if he does run out of fuel. Only 2 turns to go anyway. Off left if he remembers. Here he goes. I thought he was going to forget for a second, but no, he has chucked himself in. Might see Gecko Racer come in as well. Yeah, he does. Follows him in. Got to be careful on this pit entrance as well. You get this one wrong, it spits you back out on track, and you have to do another lap where you know you're going to run out of fuel. Ooh, Dynamics just clipping the wall on the way in there. It comes into the pits as well. Then top 3 in. Here comes Philo. On those hard tyres. Where's he going to slot himself back into this pile? So it does register that he's back into first, but these guys might just be leaving the pits. There they come. There's LVO just leaving the pits there. Then looking to get the move on LVO, carrying extra speed. LVO's hugging that inside line. Philo backs off through there, decides not to go for that one. There's Gecko Racer in third then. Also out the pits, right back in this fight between these two. LVO back up front though. Can he start now pulling another gap from Philo? That's just change that up a little bit. LVO, yeah, LVO's on the hard tyres this stint as well. Philo on the hard tyres this stint, as is Gecko. Soft tyres for Dynamics this one, so he's only got the hards left to play with at the end, but he's looking to catch up with these boys. Jambu on the hards this stint as well. Sorry, 5th position. Bobby, big penalty to drop. Hard tyres for him. 6th. Ace Killer 7th. Pitt on the hard tyre. Visho 8th. What's happened to Potter McPot? Fresh set of boots on for him. Mediums. G Margin 9th. Fresh set of softs on for his 2nd stint. Perzel in 10th. Potts in the pits. What's happening there? Perzel in 10th. Under a bit of pressure from Fat Pickles, just a second back. Medium tyre for Perzel, medium tyre for Fat Pickles. Potter McPot, what's happening to Potter McPot? Got a tiny little bit of damage on his car. Hard tyres, looking decent. Not sure what's happening there. He might actually be out on track. The lobby wasn't the strongest. Gecko's Gecko's managed to sneak second off of Philo. Philo's not having that though, looking to run back around the outside again. Can Philo hang with these two? Yeah, they're all on the same tyre. This is just allowing LVO to escape again. 1.7 seconds I just saw the timer tick up to. So Gecko and Philo having a fight. It's all working into LVO's plan. Dynamics in fourth then on the soft tyres. 7.2 seconds back from the top three at the minute. To the wall though. Jambu fifth. Bobby still holding on to that penalty for sixth. Ace Killer seventh. They show 2 seconds back from him at the minute. He's gone for the hard tyre, Ace Killer. He's got a little bit of front end damage through that scrape in the wall as well. That's going to allow Visho, who's on the medium tyre for this middle stint. He was quick on the, putting some pressure on Ace Killer. Stint one as well, he was on the hards. Ace Killer was on the mediums. G Marge up into 9th then. Purcell 10th. Great big penalty to lose, 1.2 seconds. Fat Pickles Bro is right all over the back end of him. Yeah, Potter, unless anybody else can see him out on track, he's stuck in the pits. But why? Nobody knows. Top three then still pretty closely packed, just 2 seconds between them. LVO, that gap from 1.7 down to 1.2. Gecko Racer trying to pull that time back then. Okay, so there's the confirmation from Potter. He's got things to deal with. Unfortunately, family first in these kind of situations, so he's had to pull out of this one, unfortunately. Second place in the championship as well. LVO though, his lead diminishing quickly on the hards. Gap down to less than a second between himself and Gecko. Now Philo is being left in the lurch a little bit. Second down, trying to hang on to these top two. So halfway through the 1 hour endurance. Top three are LVO, Gecko and Philo. It's been LVO pretty much from the start. It's Philo for a few laps, but LVO managed to get himself up front. Just had his gap closed down massively by Gecko Racer in second though. There we go, top three. Fair old gap between themselves. Dynamic Style starting to chew into that gap though. He is on the soft tyre. Will pull him back up to the back end of these boys, but just as he gets there, he'll have to come in the pits and stick on a set of hards. Let's just put in fastest lap of the race for now, 2:01. Fifth place Jambu, 24 seconds down though. Race Asylum drivers dominating this season. Another RAA Bobby, although we have many iterations of RAA Bobby. Still holding that great big penalty. quite so great big now. Just taking a tenth off. Okay, Ace Killer's damage has cost him. G Marge on the softs has got through, and V Show on the mediums has got through. Into 9th then for Ace Killer. Still 27 minutes remaining. You get about, you can just about squeeze. 18 minutes out of a set of softs if you're absolutely on point. So he's got to think about when he comes in the pits versus that damage and the fuel and the tyres and the time he's losing. There's no pit crew to be helping you out, or you know, telling you, giving you strategy advice or anything like that. Race leader Elvio does stretch his lead out again here though, to 1.8 seconds. Great last sector. Has he just seen that Dynamic Styles has put in fastest lap of the race? Not having that. What's he going to do? He's going to put fastest lap in on a set of hards. Let's see what he's got through this next timing line. It's looking a pretty quick lap. 0.1 back at the minute. Gap stretched up to 2 seconds between Elvio and Gecko. Philo as well, been dragged back a bit, 1.3 seconds. He's now under threat from Dynamics on those softs. He's only 1.3 seconds back now. Top 4, almost a third of the way around the circuit. Further around than anyone else. Still a quick lap, still pulling time from Gecko. Not able to do a fastest lap. Again, Dynamics on the soft tyre, not the hards, as is Elvio Tricks. 2.1 seconds. Starting to pull that time again over second place Gecko. Still just got Philo. Oh, I was going to say he's got Philo within touching distance, but not anymore. Philo's dipped a wheel on the grass. Now 2.1 back from Philo and under pressure from Dynamics. .7 of a second, he'll be getting a good tow up the hill. Philo's got his setup pretty well dialed on his car though. Tyre still working in Dynamics' favour though, closes that gap up to half a second on Philo. Again, they will wear out a lot faster rate than the hards, but they will give more grip for longer. When they let go pretty violently, so still trying to hang on to Philo through there. A little bit wide, wheel on the grass. It's not where you want to have dirty tyres as you run into here. Keeps himself in touch with Philo then. Again, you just see it let go there. Can he get a good run down the Conrod straight, make a move on Philo? A bit of short shifting as well from Dynamics. Looking after his fuel here then. Closing up on Philo down the Conrod. Again, I don't know whether it's going to be close enough. Backs off here, allows Philo to hold on to that third, but does bring himself right in an attacking position. Time it's Dynamics that sticks a wheel on the grass. Some Philo out of danger for now. Again, Dynamics Might be able to get a run up the hill. Not close enough. That's set up too good for Dynamics. Been on the soft tyre. Elvio though stretching out a little bit more, 2.4 seconds from Gr3. Plenty of fuel on for Elvio. Gr3 not so much. He'll probably be gagging for that set of softs at the end. Well, apart from Dynamics, well, he'll still be gagging for a set of softs, but he won't have a set to play with. Jambu on the hards then, 31 seconds back in 5th. Bobby still holding a great big penalty, 1.3 seconds. 7.3 seconds back from Jambu. Again on the hard tyre, he's got the soft tyre left to play with at the end. V-Show in 7th. G Marge in 8th. Fat Pickles in 9th. Ace Killer still holding that damage in 10th. He's got a penalty as well. And then Purzel just in the background, not that far off. 2.6 seconds for Purzel. So that damage on Ace Killer. Again, he'd have lost the time anyway coming in the pits. So you will see drivers coming in for their final set of tyres. Killer's another driver that will be gagging to come in the pits. Unfortunately, he's going to lose more time if he gets that damage repaired as well. Elvio then nearly 3 seconds up front. There it does. It is 3 seconds. Dynamics in the pits then, so he's coming in for his final set, which is a set of hards. Jamu's still out on that hard tyre. Can he make this work in his favour? Can he get enough of a gap in between himself and Dynamics when he comes out the pits? So getting his tyres on, still taking on board fuel as well. Where's Jamu? Get in the pits, get tyres and fuel on, and get back out in 4th in front of Dynamics. He'll still have the soft tyre to play with as well. Could be on for a 4th position here for Jambu. Bobby I just saw in the pits as well, I think it was. So the gap is still at 2.6 seconds there between 1st and 2nd. Philo though falling off the back of these two, now 3 seconds back himself. 33 seconds back for Jambu then on those hards. V-Show, he'll be at the end of this lap in 5th for his final set of tyres, which will be the soft tyre. 15 seconds back from Jambu. Dynamics back out the pits on his final set, which is the hards. 5.9 back from V-Show as well. So a bit of work for Dynamics to try and get that 4th back at the minute. Top 2 drivers in then. Top 3 drivers in. Ace Killer, he's been in the wall again. Picked up more damage, the opposite side this time. Sure he'll be in at the end of this lap. Philo, Elvio and Gr3 then all in the pits. Where's Jambu just coming through cutting? It's not the cutting. Comes in this lap. V-Show will be in this lap as well. Here comes Dynamics now then. In his pit box. Tyres, fuel, Dynamics there. Just coming around this first turn. Where's Jambu going to get released? Where is he? Still in the pit, still taking on board fuel. There he is. Comes out in 5th then. What's the gap between himself and Dynamics now? 8.5 seconds. He's got 17 minutes just over to play with. Can Jambu make these softs work for him? He's got a driver in front on a set of hards. He's got Ace Killer right behind him as well, who's still not pit yet. So Elvio back out into the lead of the race. 3.2 seconds over Gecko. That gap closed down a little bit by Philo, so Philo may have been doing a little bit of fuel saving. He's not quite taken on as much as Gecko either. So we might see a bit of fuel saving from Philo the last couple of laps, we'll see. Maybe Dynamics is holding about the same amount on those hards. Jambu then, still 8.8 seconds down at the minute. Really press that Porsche to make the time up on Dynamics in front. It is coming down 8.2. Elvio then comfortably in front. Gecko Racer, who's now under pressure. Philo is closing that gap back up on him now. Still 0.8 of a second. Again, difficult to overtake over the top of the mountain. There is Dynamic Styles, 28.8 seconds down from the top 3. Jambu has taken about half a second out of him, but slowly running out of minutes. Bobby to worry about as well in the background, 4.5 seconds back. G-Marge 7th and now on his final set of mediums. 11 seconds back from Bob. He's got 3 seconds over V-Show at the minute. V-Show out on the soft tyre. Pickles on the soft tyre as well. 9th, Purzel in the pits, Ace Killer in the pits, Potomac Potts we know is in the pits. Elvio loses a little bit of time to Gecko. Purple sectors here from Gecko. He's looking to take that fastest lap as well. Can he get it? It's about 0.4 of a second up on that last timing mark. There it is, 1:59.7. He does take fastest lap. Still on the hunt for Elvio Tricks then. 2.7 seconds the gap still. 1.3 between himself and Philo now. This is where I want to try and keep my eye though. I think this is going to end up being a good battle between Dynamics and Jambu. Just 6.6 seconds down, 13.5 minutes remaining. Picked himself up a second penalty, he's got to drop though. To coast a little bit of that off into a couple of these corners and not lose too much time to Dynamics in front. I've still got to worry about Bob though. Bob is closing up, gap now at 3.4 seconds. Heavyweight Ford closing up on the Porsche in front. So Dynamics might just have to be a little bit careful. He doesn't lose that position to Bob as well. Oh, Jambu. Oh, he's into the wall. He's not picked up any damage. Lost a fair chunk of his penalty for it, but that's put him under pressure from Bob and out of the fight from Dynamics for a while. The gap back up to 7.6 seconds. No, it doesn't. Dynamic Styles decides to drive himself off track and then back on track. We've got some glitching going on, people. Oh no, what's happening here? All sorts of lobby issues going on. PlayStation, sort your shiznizzle out. Lost the driver due to bad connection, unfortunately. We had one driver kicked out in between qualifying and the race. We had one driver kicked out at the start. Here is Dynamics. Well, it could be. Who knows? Could be anywhere on track. Jambu then 7.7 seconds back under all sorts of pressure from Bobby now. On with Jambu. Look at the hunting of Bobby behind. Still a second between them. Now, is this where the power of the Ford comes in, or has the Porsche got enough to pull away? Porsche is closing up ever so slightly, not enough to make a lunge into turn 2. Again, he's on a set of softs which are a couple of laps older than Jambu's, I think, so that might just be costing him a little tenth or two here and there. Closes up through turn 3 though, tries to keep power on through turn 4. Gap still at 0.9. Bobby almost drove himself off track on the hunt for Jambu in front. Closes right up through here. All over the back end of the Porsche driver as they head down towards Forest Elbow. He's going to put Bob in a good position for an overtake if he can hang with Jambu through this turn. Again, Jambu just getting the power down, leaving the Porsche in his wake for a second. 0.4 of a second between them. Now you'll see that Ford slowly close back up on the Porsche here. Through it goes. Up into 5th then for Bob. Can he now hunt down Dynamics in front? What's the gap going to be there? Still 6 seconds, only 9 minutes remaining as well. It's a tall order for Bob. Tyres starting to show their wear as well, as will Dynamics. In the meantime, Elvio still holding 2.5 seconds lead over Gecko. Another 2.1 between himself and Philo as well. There is Dynamics 37 seconds down on the hards. There's the Bob and Jambu battle. Still raging on. Yeah, Jambu's tyres are a couple of laps younger. So we'll be able to hang on to Bob. We'll be able to pile the pressure back on him. I'm sure those two will close up on Dynamics. G-Marge 7th then, 15 seconds back. He's got V-Show just 2.3 seconds back. There's a Fat Pickles Bro in 1.9 seconds back in 9th. Pace Killer damage repaired. Back out on track, a little bit of a penalty to lose. Racing Softs on board. Unfortunately, 40 seconds down from Fat Pickles, but he has got himself in front of Purcell. 3.4 seconds between these two, but Purcell's tyres are looking a little bit worn as well. Top 3 then. Still miles away from anybody else. Bob chopping chunks out of Dynamics time, down to 4.8 seconds. Still dragging a Jambu with him. putting a little bit of time over him, that gap up to a second. Can Bob take fourth? Oh, a little bit squirrely through there. He's on the grass, into the wall. Slows down a little bit through there. Gap stretching back up to 5.3 seconds. Has Bob picked up damage? No. He's struggling on those tyres though. Jambu hanging on to 6 at the minute, all over the back end of Bob. Just waiting for him to put it in the wall again, I can imagine. V-Show and Fat Pickles Bros still pretty close together. 2 seconds. The gap between V-Show and G Marge as well. G Marge just stretching out a little bit there himself. Still just a 0.9 of a second between Fat Pickles and V-Show as well. Yeah, I think Perzel struggling on his tyres versus Ace Killer's fresher set of softs. So, just coming down to 6 minutes remaining. Elvio still leading. Gecko and Philo second and third. Nobody's able to do anything about Elvio up front though. Dynamics in fourth. Bobby closing that time down again, but those little mistakes are costing him. Gap down to 4.9 seconds, but he's only got 5.5 minutes left of this race. Yeah, tyre wear just getting a little bit much for Bob now. Losing another couple of tenths to Dynamics in front. Jambu might be able to make a move on him if he can stick with him. G Marge making a mistake. That's brought these two. Oh, again, almost a mistake there from G Marge. It's brought V-Show and Fat Pickles into this fight. Still just a second between Fat Pickles and V-Show. V-Show all over the back end of G Marge. Looks up the inside. Through he goes then into 7th. Oh, G Marge trying to hang on to 8th, but struggling on those mediums. V-Show on the soft tyre and Fat Pickles on the soft tyre as well. Oh, G Marge almost into the back of V-Show through there. Brings Fat Pickles right back into this fight. Ace Killer. Oh, Ace Killer's been in the wall again somewhere. Picked up more damage. He's going to have to get that repaired to finish this race off. Elvio then just controlling that gap, 2.4 seconds between himself and Gecko. Philo really starting to struggle now though, 3.8 seconds he's got between himself and Gecko. Under no threat from behind though, 40 seconds back is Dynamics. Bob still trying his hardest, 3.94 seconds he's got that gap down to. Again, time down to 3.5 minutes. Jambu unable to get that 5th position back either. Fat Pickles has got himself past G Marge. Everybody's struggling on these tyres now. Last couple of laps. Oh, Perzel's got damage. Killer's got damage. He's back out on track though. Only 6.4 back from Perzel. Might be able to get that position back with the damage he's carrying. Elvio losing a couple of tenths. Gecko Racer now 2.1 seconds back. Ford with Gecko then, looking at Elvio. Gets that gap back up to 2.2, so just a brief mistake maybe for Elvio. Gecko Racer's put an absolute stormer in. He has got the gap between himself and Philo up to 4.6 seconds, but that might be down to Philo's tyres. So these boys will see 2 more laps, this one and one more. Not everyone's going to get through though. Jambu having to go back at Bob then. Bob getting the mountain section wrong. Jambu just able to use those fresher tyres to sneak himself back into 5th. Can he hold on to it though? That Ford has been pretty fast around here. Jambu holds on to it for now. These boys will see one more lap. Can Jambu hold that 5th? Dynamics looks pretty safe at the minute. 5.1 seconds in front of that fight between Jambu and Bob. Elvio still keeping that gap consistent. Like I say, maybe a tiny little mistake, but not put a foot wrong since. Still at 2.3 seconds between himself and Gecko. Now pulling more time over Philo, really struggling then. Gap to 5.5 seconds. Still nobody behind him to put him under threat. Dynamic Stars putting himself under threat then. Slides it into turn 4. There's Bob just coming in. Oh, sorry, Jambu just coming in the background. Bob gets it sideways through there as well. So the battle's on for 4th then. Gap at 1.2 seconds between Dynamic Styles and Jambu. Let's get ourselves on with a Dynamics. Oh, into the wall there as well. Down in towards Forest Elbow. Still got the gap at 1.3. This will be final lap for these boys. We've got other drivers that will be crossing the line as well, but he keeps that 1.2 second gap. Bobby's a little bit further back as well. I think we have got drivers just about to cross the line here. It's not you 3. Where are you? Where are you? Purzel has crossed the line. He's taken 10th then. Ace Killer takes 11th. And then, where's that next battle? Here we go. It is the Dynamics Jambu battle, but it is going to be Dynamics that takes 4th. Jambu's going to come home for 5th in the end. Bobby backwards and across the line for 6th. Pickles taking 7th position. Gets himself past V-Show as well. 7th then for Fat Pickles. V-Show takes 8th, maybe a little bit of a mistake at the end. G-Marge taking 9th. We've already seen Purzel and Ace Killer across the line. We just wait for top 3 drivers then. Elvio Tricks, Gecko Racer and Philo. Running it to the limit on fuel. Positions aren't going to change now. Everybody gets through this turn cleanly enough. Final turn to go then for Elvio. There it is. Nice and easy. First place for Elvio then. That'll do him wonders in the championship. Gecko Racer's going to take 2nd. It's been a fair old slog for Gecko. Philo going to come home for 3rd. Unfortunately, we lost Baz from this one, and Potter had to chuck himself out as well. A couple of drivers down, unfortunately. Yeah, top 3 though. They managed to pull probably half a lap on everybody else. Philo Managed to peel away and get the lead for a little bit. LVO stuck with him. And then LVO managed to get past, and that was it. Held on to that lead for the rest of the race. There are the results then. There it is. Yeah, unfortunately, Lobby not looking too strong tonight. A shame. But that's just what you got to deal with on Gran Turismo, unfortunately. So that's pretty much going to be it. That was round 7 of Team Oliver Racing's Gr3 League. 1 hour endurance at Bathurst, done and done. What have I got coming up? Nothing on tomorrow night. Back at 9 o'clock on Friday night for the GTTCC. I think that's final rounds as well on Friday night. No problem, Mr. V Show, no problem. So yes, Friday night, 9 o'clock, got the final rounds of GTTCC. Monday night at 8:30, we've got the Mini Cooper, Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. Nothing Tuesday, back next Wednesday for round 8 of this. And then the P1 League, I'm not sure what that is actually. That starts next Thursday, once it's all been finalised and done and dusted and decided what settings they want and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it from me. If you want to help my channel out, a couple of ways you can do it. buymeacoffee.com/smoker and drop a donation on there. But I'd much rather you give me the same money and I can send you a pair of stickers instead. If you don't want those, I've got t-shirts available as well. Hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com or on the Facebook page or via this or however. Alright, that's going to be it from me. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.